Welcome to the Other Side Pod. I'm Nadine. We're not experts, we're just humans having a human experience we think you can learn from, or relate to, or laugh at, or cry over. So hit download, dive in, and hear how folks found themselves on the other side. And they're back. Last Wednesday. Mom Sis, what have I started?
Mom, if you had to pick one song only, as your favorite, could you pick one?
One song. Uh, I don't have a favorite song, but I have a favorite piece of music, the Music Box Dancer. It's just a piano solo, and it's a beautiful piece. Don't know very much about it. It was by this guy called Frank Mills, long dead, but his music and his recordings have lived long after his time here on this planet. But it's a beautiful piece of music, and I can put it on at any time, and it's gorgeous. I love it. Takes me away. I don't know where it takes me.
I was going to
Sometimes
ask, yeah, where does it take you? But
I don't know if it takes me anywhere, but it just makes me feel good.
ah,
It's like they say, music for the soul. That's what it gives me. It gives me an uplifting, brings me joy. It's soft and it's loud and it's repetitive and it goes on for probably about 2.5 minutes, and it's just like I said, it's just a piano solo, but it's everything I could ever want in a piece of music.
did you ever want to play the piano?
I probably did as a kid, but once you reach a certain age, then life gets in the way, sweetheart. There's a lot of things I would have liked to have done.
Yeah,
I
fair.
think I it's a shame, because schools cannot accommodate music or drama or sports because they just don't have the funding, they don't have the space. But every kid should absolutely be exposed to some form of music, some form of theory of music to give you a basis, not necessarily to play a particular instrument, but just to give you a fundamental understanding of how music is created and how you can create more from just the very basic things that you learn. And the more you learn as a child, the more you'll be able to build on that as you become a young adult and then an older adult. But I would love to be able to play the piano. Who wouldn't, sweetheart? Who wouldn't?
Danielle, you played the piano.
Yeah, I played piano from, oh my God, since kindergarten to grade 8 when I switched schools. Um, but also because dad took me out of it because he listened to one morning when he dropped me off to school. I must have forgot something. He came up the stairs and he heard the nun yelling at me about I must have missed a key or something. And dad stormed in, and I think that was the last day I've ever played piano. When I switched schools, though, I wouldn't continue because I did love it, but they never had piano lessons in the school that I moved to in Mount Pearl.
Piano we had in when we lived in the ghouls at the end of the hallway. That would be when Danielle was in Mercy playing piano. Where did that go when we moved to Mount Pearl?
Uh, where did the snow go to fell last year, honey? Who knows?
But you just like purposely didn't take it.
Probably did, sweetheart, but I can't recall it being here in this house, but it must have
No,
been.
there was never a piano in where you live now. No, never.
No, I don't think so. I
Interesting.
mean, I think there was a keyboard at one point, but like
Yeah,
something that we just laid in our
Yes.
laps,
yeah.
but
Yeah.
not a
Maybe
piano.
maybe it was broken.
Uh, yeah.
Who knows?
Danielle, do you have a favorite song?
I really don't. You know me in music. I really don't have a favorite song. Mom's like, yes, you do.
Yeah, what would you say your favorite song is, Mom?
Keep your hands off red-eared Mary. She
What's
and I
that?
are to
See,
be
Redhead
wed.
Mary back in the day, I would dance. I have a little red leotard picture, and I would dance
Yes,
to Redhead Mary.
Oh, when you're a little kid.
that was always your favorite song. And yeah, sweet. That up to probably grade 6 or 7 or something.
So
Who sings
university.
that? What's that song? Like a traditional Newfoundland song?
Yeah.
Irish
Yeah.
traditional song, honey. Yeah, yeah.
God, you were always very
Ready,
strongly
heard mirror.
attached to your roots.
Yes.
Oh my God. And I love so much music. I don't listen to music like you and mom do. So
Mm.
I wouldn't be able to pick one. I love music, but not like you and mom.
Yeah,
Like when
because
you're
like we,
home cleaning the house, do you have music on?
I never have, well, I shouldn't say I never have music on, but I would think maybe 5% of my time at home I have music on, but it's usually quiet here.
Yeah, I get it. Okay, I want to chat with you guys about what do you think the secret sauce is to being friends with your adult children? Like how come I get this question from certain people just being like, you travel with your mom, or now we do this podcast together once a month, which I know we could do even if I mean, I guess we could pretend we get along, but like truly, it's fun to travel with you, right? Like I've done a solo trip, me, you and Danielle have traveled, Danielle's done a solo trip, you've traveled with Steve and Yelena. Like, what's your secret? How do you actually just create a friendship with your adult kids?
I guess the main ingredient would be that I like each of you.
Yeah,
Fair.
but gosh, can you
I
imagine
I
being a
like
parent and not liking your kid?
Ooh.
Yeah, it's quite possible, honey. Quite possible. You could be assholes.
Yeah,
You
It's
could
like
be
the
very
alternate. Like your parents could also be
yeah,
assholes and
yeah,
yeah,
not
yeah,
like, I
yeah.
mean, you can love them but not like them.
Right.
yeah.
So I think for me, when I think about you guys, I like you. I like
Mm,
being around you. I like the energy you give off. Um, I appreciate how you appreciate me in so many different ways in a role as a parent and also as someone that you could share your journey with and journey and could mean going on vacations, it could mean going shopping, it could mean going out to dinner. But I get the feeling from you guys that you like being with me. So I guess
mhm,
it's a reciprocal thing. You know, we're easy in each other's company. That's what I feel. This I don't have anything to prove. Um, you guys don't have anything to prove to me. I can appreciate how you are when we travel, how you interact with people, how you how you are sociable type thing. And I learn from you guys, even though you might not think I do, but I do. I learn from each and every one of you, you know, Stephen and Yellen, and the boys as well. You know, you get to see when you're on vacation, especially, you get to see a different side to people. You know
mm.
what I mean? I appreciate all of that. But liking being around you is to me the biggest gift uh, that I get from you guys.
Mm. Yeah, it's fun. I would say the same. I'm guessing Danielle, you would say the same.
God, totally. And I just like how we do things intentionally with one another. Like we just, we don't do it because we have to. Like we do it because we want to. And then
Mm.
we set a plan in place, like whether it's me and mom or me, you and mom or Stephen and mom. Like it's just, yeah, we make time for each other, which I think a lot of people don't in this world of ours. Like I think we love it so much that we make sure we have it.
Yeah,
And
but it's
and
like
and
it is special that we actually love it. Like,
mm,
I guess I just wonder, Mom, you were parenting us at one point, and I'm sure many days not enjoying our company very much. Is there a
for
certain
sure.
age? Is there a certain age when it kind of flips to where you're just like an adult alongside us? I mean, I know you're still our mom and we still ask your advice, or um, we'll be doing something even now that you'll be like, well, that wasn't the best way to do that, Nadine, or whatever. You know what I mean? Like you'll have some input in more of a parental role, but it really is this natural ease of like, how do I say it? What do you call it? Like,
I don't know the word you're searching for, sweetheart.
You thinking acquaintances now?
Oh,
no,
equals?
Yeah, equals, like when does it
Mhm.
flip from that parental child role, which is always there underneath the surface, but
Of
really
course,
does flip sometimes to equals.
of
Is
course.
there an age where you notice that flip?
There's no specific age, but
Mm,
I guess speaking from my own experience, not that there was a switch that turned off, but at a certain age, somewhere between 18 and 25, when you mature, when you come into your own, when you start to get your own lives, it's that letting go of, I no longer have to be responsible for you. I no longer have to correct everything that you do. I have to respect that now you're adults as well and that you're able to make good decisions on your own. And I have this, there was a point you step back and you allow you guys to make your own mistakes, to learn as you go along, just the same as I did. So at some point, yeah, they mold and meld together so that there is a separation, but it's not like a line drawn in the sand because there'll always be pieces on either side of the line. I'll never stop being a parent, and you
okay.
guys will never stop being kids. But it's saying that we're all adults now in this particular period of time. So I have to be a generous in allowing you to be adults and not to step in even if I think you're doing something wrong unless it was something that was detrimental to somebody. But yet you have to be allowed to live your lives and to make your own way through and to make your own mistakes and to make your own decisions and suffer the consequences if there are any. It's not my role anymore, and I think that's how I show respect to you guys. I guess that's how I feel about it. I don't know how you guys
Mhm.
feel about it.
Danielle,
Danielle, what?
do you have any thoughts?
When you said 18 to 25, I'm kind of like, that's pretty young. Like, if I were to think of like an age group, I would think it shifted for me probably in my like late 40s, maybe. Like, when I kind of, you have your education over, you have your career. I'm on the other end of my career. Like, you kind of had all your, you did a lot of bullshit stuff that you do like when you're younger and you're partying and going out and about, and everything is about more, more, and more, and more, and more what you can do like with friends and, I don't know, just out all the time. Like, I feel for me, it switched when I was more comfortable and content in my own life. I didn't need to go, 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 go. Like, and I could intentionally choose who I wanted to spend time with. And as life changes, like when you go through a bunch of different like experiences, it's like knowing my own worth and knowing who I want to surround myself with. So choosing to be with mom and you and Steven and Yelena and David and the boys, like, because I don't think we would have done this when we were younger. Like, I think we're all finding a space in life that we can be proud of each other. Not that, I mean, we're always proud of each other, but I don't know, we're just older. Like, I don't know if that makes sense. I feel
Of
more
course it
content in
does.
my life.
Mhm. But again, that was, if I had interfered from 20 to 40, what would that gain you if I was a meddler type thing? Like
Mm,
And
you were
you're
allowed
all,
to
I
go
mean,
out. We had to give you that space. I couldn't call you every day and want to be on top of you every day, want to know what you're doing and want to be in your life because that's not what it's about. That parenting, you have to step back from the parenting and you have to allow you to be an adult. And if that takes 10, 15 years to come around and settle and say, okay, I've sown my wild oats type thing,
yeah,
and then want to spend time with your parents, like you said, it's a very personal choice, honey. And
it
I'm
is. Yeah.
grateful that you do. Grateful that you
Yeah.
do.
And I think, like, I don't know if I was mentally there 10, 15 years ago. Like, I feel as I did get older, moving to different, even my own age, or um knowing what was important to me, like, we were always close as a family, like,
Mhm.
and especially me being here in St. John's, like with you and dad, like,
Yes.
I
Yeah.
definitely saw you more, but we all talked to each other quite frequently. So that never changed. I think my
There's a few years when you and I had a difficult time.
Oh yeah, like myself and you had a difficult time. Myself and Steven had a difficult time, but with mom and dad, like, and we had
Mhm.
ups and downs. Like, I mean, we all it's life, it's human. It's not all rainbows and butterflies. But I
No.
think for me, the huge change is when I got Finny, like my puppy, in like 2013, and mom, because he was being kennelled, but then mother went over and unkennelled him, and she started taking him every day. So that's when I started going to the house every single day, was to like drop him off and pick him up. So that was the switch in my life around 20, I'd say 13, 14, when I was at the house every single day with you and dad. And that's when I
Mhm.
started having suppers every night. Right. So, and then, yeah, so I think that was the entryway into like the transition from parent, child, kid to, and obviously friend, but to more now that we are closer than we've ever been. And, you know, yeah, I think
Yeah, and plus,
I had a transition period, I think.
yeah, well, plus at that time you were more contented to be at home.
Yeah.
For yeah, so you were more settled. So you were kind of catching, like Dad used to always say, we weren't getting older. You guys were catching up to us. So you were
Yeah.
kind of coasting along and coming along to where Dad and I were. We are settled in your life. You don't have to go out. You don't have to
Yeah.
go to a party. You don't have to get dressed all day if you don't want to. That
Yeah.
that's a gradual progression, honey. And parents never have all the answers. We're not supposed to have all the answers, but um, you become resourceful in your own ways of doing things and your own decision making. And it's the ebb and flow of youth, honey. I mean, that's what you were going through, right? And
Yeah.
thankfully, we were here at the end of when you started to be more content with being at home. We were here, and we got to appreciate the time that you could now give to us, whereas before, not that you didn't have it, but you didn't have it, right? You were
Yeah.
generous to yourself, which is what you should have been. You were living your life, right?
Yeah. And I think too with work, because I went through a couple of really rough years with work. I think dad being in his role with the union stuff, like I think he really helped
Mhm.
me with those things. Like he, he was definitely like he definitely like what's the word? He definitely built me
Mentor
up
you?
like
Mhm.
it definitely built me up, mentored me, but also made me like more angry because he was just like fight, fight, fight. And then your experience too with healthcare, because we all came from healthcare. So like you
Right.
and dad also kind of helped me through a couple of rough years. So I think it all kind of played in together with like
Mhm.
getting the puppy, going through some really hard, shit at work, growing up, be like getting more mature,
Yeah.
and then transitioning to, yeah, like the years that dad was sick. So I think I
Mhm.
definitely had a different transition than probably Nadine and Steven did, just because of my own life experiences. And I'm older. So like I got
Yeah.
7 years on you, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
So but when you ask that question, yeah, like when you said we're gonna talk about, you know, parents becoming friends, I'm like, God, when did that happen? And we just kind of melted into it. And I feel so
Yeah.
appreciative of it because like people often say to me like you travel with your mom, like, or you and your sister, your mom, like have so much fun, and you and your sister, and you just went to see your brother, like you're all there. And I'm like, yeah, it's natural to us, but I've had
Yeah.
to always take a step back and go, wow, no, not everyone has the close connections that we have, and we're separated by many, 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 many miles.
Mhm.
So yeah, it's a real special thing I think that we've created for ourselves, and it took work.
Yeah. And
And
I
it
can
took and
appreciate
it
how
took
mom
time.
had to let us almost like go in our 20s
Yeah.
to be selfish and just see our friends and live life and party and whatever and try out different things. And like Danielle and I tried out a couple different jobs, and Steven moved away for
Yeah,
his work. And I lived home, or I lived in Newfoundland until I was 29. So I was there for a long time. And when I moved, there was, it could have gone the opposite way than it did. where we could have like really drifted apart. But I definitely still felt like, that parental child role because I moved and then looking for work. So when you feel a bit untethered, I think in life, you switch back to, looking for your mom. And even still, if I'm going through a rough time, I'm like, Mom, I need you for this, or can you come visit, or I need your advice. But there is these other times when it slips into this equalness, which I'm just like, how do you do that? Like, and I appreciate what you're saying that you like me, Stephen and Danielle, which is really sweet. And I equally like all of each of you as well. And you want to spend that time together. I also think, to Danielle's point, it's just natural because we have a lot of fun. Like I was just watching the Martin Short documentary. Have you watched it? I feel like you've watched
Not
it,
yet.
Mom.
Not
Oh,
yet. It's on my
it's
list.
such a good show or documentary. And what comes through is that their family just has a lot of fun. And I think that's a secret sauce to getting along because you have a lot of fun, sometimes at the expense of one another, oftentimes for us, because we're not degrading, but like we do poke fun at each other and
Yes, we
keep a
do.
joke going long.
Yeah. Yeah.
But there's also like our defenses are down because we can make fun of Danielle and Danielle will make fun of Mom and then Mom makes fun of Steven. Like it's like everyone gets a bit of it. And Yelena plays into it and David plays into it as well. And
Yeah, they
I'm
do.
sure as
They
Ethan
do.
and Connor, like
And
they're
now the
older
boys are
now.
getting there.
Yeah, right. Like, so I think that's part of it. It's like there's nothing to prove to each other, which I think Danielle literally just said. And it's just this ease of being around each other. We also have our like things that bubble under the surface because one of us are going through something or we're stressed or we're tired or something's going on at work or a million different things. So we do show up in a different way then. But I guess the point of this is there is no real secret. It's just it kind of just naturally evolved. Like there's no way you could premeditate this situation.
Or want it and make it happen without it. And it does take
Yeah.
work, of course, but you couldn't wish it. It seems like such a natural,
Yeah.
a cohesive group, that we have created in our little small family type thing.
Yeah.
And there is a lot of humor, and we do take great joy in poking fun at each other and remembering things from many decades ago. And we still, of course, and that's what keeps Dad going in our lives too, because there's not a time we don't get together or have a conversation that Dad's name or a story or a little quip or a little whatever comes up. And that's part of the continuum of our story.
I also think there's something to us that when we're out together, there's no other some people have they show up in different ways depending on who's around, and I don't feel like we're like that. Like there's
Yeah,
no.
like we are who we are,
Mhm.
wherever we are, if
Yeah.
that makes sense. I mean, I say to people who I work with, like, what you see in front of you is the same person if you ran into me in the mall or at a restaurant
Mhm.
or if I'm down at a bar having a drink on Patty's Day. Like,
Yeah.
there's no, what did grandma used to say? There's no grandiose or
No
Yeah.
grandiosity.
no
Yeah.
grandiosity in any
Yeah.
of us.
Mm.
But I think like not
Who would
having to
say
prove,
that? To
I think
mom's
grandma,
mom or
didn't she?
dad's mom?
Was it dad's
Dad's
mom?
mom. Is that what you remember? Yeah, no
I think so.
grandiosity.
Yeah. I think it was grandma and
Yeah.
dad's mom.
Mhm.
Would she say that, like in reference to what?
It's my, my memory, if I made
Yeah.
this up, I don't know or not, but it was
Oh,
in
sweetheart,
reference
it's
to
your
like
memory.
when people come into your life, like people have like she always or someone always said, some people put ears on when you're in front
Yeah.
of people.
Yeah.
And we and the Hogans never have to put ears on because we have nothing to prove to not to each other nor to anybody else. Like we are who we
Mhm.
are. Take
Yeah.
us or leave us. And Dad said, don't if you don't like me in life, don't like me in death. Like don't say
That's
anything
right.
about me that you wouldn't say to my face. And I think we all definitely live true to that. Like in a kind way, like not in a cruel way, but I
Yeah.
don't think we have anything to prove to really anybody. I think we had a
Yeah.
lot of proof to ourselves, as we're I think now, like in a snapshot of right now, because back 20s and 30s, obviously we're trying to prove to ourselves that we had everything together. And there's
Of
definitely times
course.
in my career or my
Mm,
friendships that you're like, shit, like I wanted to prove that I was worthy or that I was intelligent or knowledgeable. But feel
mhm.
now it's kind of like it is what it is at this point. Like it's whoever's in my life. Like I'm making choices of who I surround myself with. And I think we make each other a priority. And I think that's another
Mm, yeah.
key to being friends with one another is that again, we like each other from what mom said, but also we have fun, like you said, but we also make each other a
Mhm.
priority.
Mhm.
Mom, is there any time that you're like, you have to be careful of how you show up because you know you'll, I don't know, frustrate us by parenting, or is it just natural for you?
I think it's just natural, honey. I don't. I ask me again, sweetheart, in a different way. Like,
Like, are you ever, knowing the relationship we've all created together, is
mhm.
there ever a time when you're with one of us or all of us together that you think of wanting to do one thing, but you consciously don't do it because you're like, they don't need a parent right now. I don't need to show up in that way. I just need to be an equal. Or do you just go with your gut? You're like, sometimes you
I,
slip into the
I
parent
think it,
role and sometimes you,
I think it would be situational. I don't, and I don't know how you guys think of me in that way. But I have no problem expressing something to you if I thought, if you and David were having, I don't know, an argument or a disagreement or whatever. If I thought that, your opinion was wrong or I thought David's was wrong or and detrimental in a
Mm,
not in a harmful way, but just in an emotionally harmful way type thing. I don't think I'd have any problem speaking to you about it, not in a corrective way, but just in a part of a nurturing way. Like maybe you could think about this in a different way, or maybe you can see his point of view, or David, maybe you can see Nadine's point of view coming from where I'm looking at it, type thing, and
mhm,
or Stephen and Yelly with the boys. I wouldn't have any problem not to interfere, but I'd have no problem saying, maybe you could look at this a little differently, or maybe that's not what you're not going to get the results from the way you're approaching this. Maybe you could do it such and such just a
mhm.
little hint here and there, but I would never, I'm not an intrusive type person.
Yeah.
I wouldn't impose myself on you, but I certainly wouldn't be shy in expressing myself to be helpful or to what I would think to be helpful. And you guys might think it is intrusive. So that would be on you guys to tell me type thing. So,
Mm,
it's a two-way thing, honey. And it definitely would have to be situational. And I have lots still to offer, and you guys still have lots to offer to me. Just
yeah.
none of it. We're not perfect parents. Far from being perfect. You
Yeah.
just hope your kids are going to be resourceful and resilient, and show respect to you guys that what you're doing, how you're living is fine. Jesus, you're
Mm.
doing okay. You're really doing okay.
I don't find you intrusive, and I don't know that I ever did find you intrusive, actually. Like, I don't know,
I'm
Danielle.
glad. I'm glad.
Not you intrusive, but sometimes you got that look that you know. Oh,
Oh yeah,
tell
listen to
you
me
you like
tell
do.
me more.
listen to you like this.
Yeah.
And to mom, you have this look. But again, we can say this and make fun, poke fun at you
Yes.
by doing it. Because I'll know if I do something and you're kind of like, I wouldn't have done that, but it's okay. If you think you need to do that, you can do it. But could there
Yeah.
have been another way? Like you have a certain way to do it, and you're just kind of like, it's not even a side eye. I don't even want to. I don't know how to describe it, Nadine. Like it's just a
He
mom
has
look.
a, yeah, like I know when I've done something that has irritated you,
Totally,
or caught you off guard. You have a very telling face.
100%.
Um,
And
and your
telling
mood
smile.
shifts. Like when we got into that argument when we were driving in Germany, I knew there's like a shift in the air and it's oh, it's cold.
It's like I've never watched Game of Thrones, but like people describe like winter is coming. I'm like, and mom's alter ego. We call her Roch because her last name was Roch, maiden name is Rochford. And like it's almost like, oh, Roch is coming.
Oh yeah.
And sometimes text Nadine and Steve and be like, heads up, if anyone's calling mom today, Roch is in town. Just
Roch will
step
answer.
lightly.
Yeah.
And
Sweet
like,
little
oh,
Lorraine is she's
Oh.
taking the back seat and Roch is taking the wheel.
even
But you have a yeah.
I was gonna say, even when you're like, it's true when you're in the room with her, it's a shift in the like universe. Or like, if like, I can think of like when you're at movies or shows, or if I'm home with her, like watching, I don't know, the news or a movie, like if something irritates her, I can feel it in her body. Like it's just like, like, and then I'll just kind of look at her and go, something up. And she's like, no, sweetheart, not at all. And then like she
No?
does that like the teeth are together. No.
I know,
And I'm
the
like,
same way.
sweet baby Jesus watches here.
Yeah. Oh yeah, in the car. Remember I said to her, I'm like, because I'd said something quick and probably mean to you. It wasn't mean. You were interfering with my driving. And I was trying to navigate my way through this town to get back onto the highway. And you kept going. I can still remember it. You kept going.
Me too.
And I was like, do that one more time. And you're walking. And you were like, and then you didn't speak for 3 hours. You were like, oh, you don't want to hear from me? You won't. And I did. I am you. And I was like, Mom, I'm sorry. I snapped at you. I was in a stressful situation driving and you weren't helping. And here we are. But you were still like, I'm not mad, sweetheart. But we all knew you were mad. But also, like, I feel like here's where you're not intrusive. When I was home in February and we both separately were like, Danielle's tired or something, we could tell like we didn't know if you were like stressed about something or tired. And you tend to hold things sometimes, especially if it's work, 'cause we really can't relate to your job.
Right.
And
Yeah.
we know that you lean on your coworkers for that because they really get it. And we
Right.
appreciate that. But I went home and we hadn't talked about it. And then Mom, I don't know, maybe we were up getting breakfast because we were snowed in together for a couple of days. And Mom said, do you think
3
everything's okay
days.
with it? Yeah. Do you think everything is okay with your sister, sweetheart? I'm like, yeah, I think she's definitely stressed or tired or something. Like and then you're like, okay. And it wasn't like, can't believe Danielle's this or that. You don't say it in a judgmental way. You say it in an approachable way, I think is the thing. And then once you knew, okay, Nadine is sensing something too. And then I think you chatted with Danielle because then Danielle said to me, Mom said to me, she thinks I'm tired. Do you think I'm tired?
Then Nadine said, I'm not telling you what Mom said. You're going to have to talk to her yourself. It's the same conversations that me and Mom have about you. Have you talked to your sister,
right?
Or did you check in with your brother?
So it's like, it's checking in and we know Mom is there. But it's not, you're not intrusive. That is a skill, I think, because I'm not a parent, but I can imagine it must be hard to want to check in or something, but also give people space. It's like probably a delicate balance.
It's kind of a relief in a lot of ways.
Why? How?
Not to have to be intrusive. I think that that's a privilege for me not to have to get involved because who needs, I don't need that responsibility anymore. Like I had you for 18, 20, whatever many years it was, full total responsibility. Kids aren't easy. And once I got through that, it's like, phew.
Right.
It's a relief. And then, you don't realize you're doing it, but you do step back from the parenting role. And it is a relief. It's a collective sigh on the part of Mom and Dad when you finally, get to be an adult yourself and you get to make your own way and you get to do things and make your own mistakes and you get to learn and you get to pick up your boots and move on type thing when you're been knocked down. It's more enjoyable and it's more rewarding for me to see that than to be an intrusive type person trying to control and trying to interfere and trying to coerce how you live and how you navigate and how you manage your relationships. I don't need all that shit. That's totally out of my realm. I don't need that in my life. that's just um, crowding my happy space, and
Right.
I don't need it, right? And
I
you guys
think
don't need it.
what I'm hearing is like when you were able to give us freedom to
Yeah,
grow and learn and make mistakes and have
yeah,
success and all that, you gave yourself freedom because
yeah,
you go from parenting 3 kids and both parents
yeah,
working full time and a busy, 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 and your life kind of consumed by the family unit to this like, whoa, now we have the freedom, you and dad, to pick up and go, and you don't have to check in as
yeah,
often. You don't have to,
yeah.
yeah, makes
Check,
sense.
check, and check.
Now that you say it, there's one thing that stands out for me, like Danielle with getting the dog, getting Finn, and going through a difficult time at work and noticing your relationship with mom and dad shift. I have a moment that had just occurred to me. I was moving to Ottawa with my ex, and we drove from Newfoundland to Ottawa, and I called. We got to Quebec. I think we took like a week to do it, and we stopped in different provinces and made a nice time of it. And I remember calling from a hotel in Quebec, and you were like, I can't talk, sweetheart. We're about to leave. And I was like, well, where are you going? Like, I thought I was the one traveling. And you were like, oh, we bought an RV and I don't know, where'd you buy it? Michigan, something? Where'd you buy
Philadelphia,
the first one?
someplace. Yeah,
Philadelphia. You're like, you were rushing me off the phone. You're like, we're on our way to Philadelphia. We bought an RV and we're going to drive around. I was like, where? Why would you buy? And I had no details because you were like, you don't need them. You're fine. You're 29. You're like, go live your life. Your dad and I'll call at some point.
yeah,
And then you were gone. Like,
that's
I
true.
remember Danielle calling me one time being like, have you heard from them? I'm like, I don't even know where they are. I knew I was pretty certain you were in the States because that's what you were
Yeah,
driving through.
yeah,
Anyway, so that to me is a moment where I'm like, right, there was a real like flybird.
yeah.
And I was 29, of course, flybird. But before then, I
Absolutely.
was in and out of the house quite a bit, like I'd moved
Yeah,
in and out probably 3 times.
yeah.
But anyway, that's what I think of. Um, Mom, this like makes me think of when we were younger. Is there a time when you ever worried about like how you'd get along with us as adults, or did you just
No,
not think of it? No.
never. That's the furthest off from your mind, honey. When you're young, you don't
Mm,
project. I, I never ever did project ahead in time. I could hardly project a week in time.
mm,
Priority, get you to school, get you through summer holidays, get you through daycare, get you through whatever dance class you were in, and hockey with
mm,
Stephen is just life just propels you forward, and you projecting when, oh God, not counting down the days and the weeks and the years till you do become independent, but that's what it's like. It's like a roller coaster, and you're on it, and there's no fucking getting off. It's just on it till that stops, and you
yeah.
guys slick off yourselves, but then you can start to project. Then you can start to see beyond, the 18 and 20-year-olds. And but to think about whether or not you become friends, no, I think those things just evolve naturally. It just happens, And if you're in a close space, like Danielle is here with us, so obviously that she spends more time with us, but you guys still keep uh, us in your orbit. It's not like you
Mm,
don't come home and like we don't go up to see you type thing. So that's a natural thing again, because we like, and I'm speaking for we, myself and dad now, but I still like to be in your company, and that's where
mhm.
that comes from. And if I didn't, I wouldn't make the effort
Yeah, right.
to come and visit. And I
Yeah,
might resent you guys coming in on top of me for the 5, 10 trips that you make a year, and you'd feel that you would. That's something that you would
yeah,
sense. That
agree.
so it's a natural evolving of the relationship, sweetheart, and how absolutely blessed we are to feel this way about each other, and to have to it's a lot of happiness in our lives, and how
Hmm.
grateful I am for that every single day. I can pick up the phone and call either one of you, and know I'm going to get a laugh. I might get a sad story sometimes, but for the most part, we have a laugh. It could be FaceTime, it could be a quick call on the way to Costco, but I
Hmm.
know in that moment I can reach out, and that's such a rewarding feeling for any parent to have, whether it's with one child or 10 kids. It's a beautiful thing.
Did you ever notice that relationship shift with your own parents?
I never had this relationship with my parents, sweetheart. Mom died. I was only 30, and I hardly had a chance to know her as an adult. Had she lived another 10, 15 years, yes, I probably would have been able to enjoy her company more, right? With dad, again, the male and the female relationship, mothers and daughters are different relationships than fathers and daughters type thing. So yes, we had a good relationship with dad, and without him looking out to you guys, babysitting and looking after you continually, I don't know, where dad and I would have been in your care, and a credit to him and to mom as well when she was alive for the few years that she was able to care for you guys for us. But no, never had that we never had the gift of time to develop that, sweetheart, to get to know her, to get really into her, what she was like as a young person, what were her wishes, did she have any dreams, what were her experiences with parenting and all of that. No, just time didn't give us that gift, sweetheart. Yeah.
Which I think is why, like, when someone says to me, I remember back when I used to do suppers with your dad all the time, still doing what you do. Why wouldn't I? When someone said to me back, oh my God, 10, 12 years ago, why do you go to your parents every night for supper? And I was like, why wouldn't I? They're here.
Yeah.
They're with me, and I like them. Mom cooks wonderful meals. And
Good cook.
and why not? And then we got into the routine of having supper and watch the news, and dad, again, the fun making and the poking. I mean, there was nights that dad would be like, "Are you going to leave? Are you going to go home?"
Yeah.
And I'd be like, "Well, I'm just watching this." And he'd come, he's like, "I'm going to fucking bed," and he'd get up and he'd turn the lights
It's
off.
true.
And
You
he's
would, yeah.
like, "Fucking go home." And I'm like, "I don't wanna." He's like, "Fucking leave. You're 45 years old. Get out of the house." And he would go to bed. He'd turn out the lights
Yeah.
off on me.
You
And
would, yeah.
me and mom would be sat in the dark, and he'd go, "Come on, Lorraine." And I'd be like, "Guess I'm going home."
Guess
And
I'm
then
It's
going.
true.
I guess
It's
I'm
true.
going. But at the end of the day, I'm like, I don't know. It's such a different relationship, and my heart saddens sometimes when I do meet people, and I meet a lot of people through work who do not have these relationships with
Yeah.
parents or caregivers, whoever they would go to, like in terms of mentors, for who raised them, or even siblings. And I'm like, it's such a different experience for me, and I don't judge, obviously, because it's not in my character. But sometimes my heart does feel sad because I have so many people now, including David and Yelena. Now, even the boys are getting bigger, like 18 and 15. So many people to connect with. If you were just having a shitty day and just need to hear a friendly voice, some people don't have that. And I think that's why it's so important that we do. I mean, just to say that we make an effort, because it's not easy to maintain relationships. We're each humans, strong personalities, strong minds, each
And
have
busy
different
lives.
interests and lives.
Yeah.
And
Three different provinces, like Steven's in
3 different
Stephen and
provinces.
Yellow in Alberta. I'm in Ontario. You guys are
Think
in
of the
Newfoundland.
time zones.
Yeah.
So there's such an effort that goes into sustaining the relationships that's on us. That's a plot in my head. That's applaudable, but also, wow, pretty freaking cool that we have that.
Yeah. Yeah.
That we want it. Yeah. And
want
and
it.
not only want it, we need it.
Yeah. And we
Right?
make it happen, right?
And we make it happen. Yeah. Yeah.
Is there anything you would say to anybody parenting right now, whether they're young kids or teenagers? I guess, well, you already said you can't project what you want, but is there anything you would share to say this could help get to a point where you have a relationship with your kids as they're adults?
Only thing I would suggest is that try not to be too judgmental of what your kids choose to do and to be in life. You have to let them make their own decisions, just the same as what I did and your dad did and your grandparents did. Well, they never got as many choices as what we had, but we certainly chose to live the way we did because we did have a lot of choices. So that's what I would say, and just stay out of their lives. Young adults need a little bit of guidance, but it comes a point when they start to, they have to stand on their own 2 feet. And if you keep propping people up and holding them up underneath their armpits, eventually you're going to have to let go. And if they haven't been taught to stand up on their own, they're just going to collapse to the ground. And that's not a good way for anybody to live. So it's kindness and it's respect to let kids grow and mature and make their own decisions, make their own mistakes, and live by the consequences of it, because it's the only way forward. And just stay out of their lives on the periphery, and then eventually you will be asked back inside the periphery. It's a gradual thing, but it will come if you're blessed enough to live long enough. And sometimes it could take your kids to be in their 30s and 40s, even 50s, but whatever it is, wait, not wait to be invited back in. Keep yourself on the periphery, but when you get that chance to get inside and to be part of the living again, that's absolutely beautiful. But young people need to have space, and they need to live their lives without the strings of parenting always, in the background. It's nice that you think, and I appreciate what you said about being able to call me and ask for not so much advice, but just to tell your story and just to have an empathetic ear and someone who's not going to be judgmental. I think I'm glad that I've given that to you, and that's what I always wished for you, and I'm happy to be here to do it. And I think that's a gift. That's a gift that you can give to your kids. That's the only thing that I would recommend, honey. Right?
Okay, before we get off, I want to put you on the spot.
Who?
You.
Jesus
If-
Christ.
If you could think of one thing from each of us, Stephen, Danielle, and I, that you learned.
That I learned from you guys.
Yeah, just like something Stephen's taught you, something I've taught you, and something Danielle has taught you. What stands out?
Oh, good God. Is this going to be a trick question like the time you asked me to give me 3 words to
listen.
describe?
Oh, we'll repeat that for all the listeners. Oh, Lorraine's so sweet. Is she? Danielle's so loving. You're brutal, and your brother's an overachiever. I don't know what you said. I can't remember, but you did call me brutal. Yeah. But is there something that you can think like
that I learned from each of
organically
you?
learn just from watching
Good
us live our
God.
lives? I mean,
Did I organically learn? I guess from Danielle. I guess she's been the oldest of the 3. I would say I certainly appreciate how she values her friendships. She has some beautiful people in her universe who she depends on, and who are always there for her, and that takes work. That
Yes.
takes work. So I appreciate that about her. So she's obviously a very kind and giving person. So I've learned maybe even to be a little bit kinder in my own relationships with people, because I see how she
said here first.
sometimes I can
Chrissy, Joan, Harry, Anne-Marie, listen, you're welcome.
Abort mission. You're welcome.
Sometimes I can be pretty brutal, but she has taught me that. Okay, I'll move on now. Stevie,
No, you can still say more.
I love you. From my boy. Oh,
Boy.
gosh. I don't know if I've learned so much from him other than what I've observed about him and appreciate about him is that he's a very good dad. I appreciate and respect how he takes time for his family, and I think he puts them above all else. And I think he gets that from his own dad, for sure. But that I appreciate that in him, and you can I'm still not too old to learn, and I could still give to you guys, and I could still give to my grandkids. And these are all examples that you follow when you see it. And it's in your universe and going on every day and every week and every month. Uh, that's my lived reality. So I appreciate what I see from him and his relationship with Yelena as well. He's very conscious of her feelings. He's very protective of her. And those are great qualities that I get to see, and I get to see in action. How wonderful that I'm so blessed. That's who you guys are, right? Now for my little bluebird, what have I learned from you? Uh, I think if I said anything, and I could say lots, uh, it's your directness. Years ago, I would have called it brutal, but I'll call it directness.
Did.
But I do appreciate that about you, sweetheart. And I've learned again in my own relationships sometimes to be a little bit more direct and to speak for myself rather than to be not a yes person, but to be conscious of what my needs are above other people's sometimes. You do you do know how to take care of yourself. You do take care of yourself. You are very effective in how you tell people around you how you want to take care of yourself. And that's such a blessing as well. And again, you get that from your dad. All three of you get your qualities from your dad. There's so much of them in each of you, and that's what I get to see.
Directness. Yeah, the last time I did, it was a trick question. I didn't think it was going to be. I thought you were going to say something so darling. But we were walking, me, you, and Dad in Ottawa. You were visiting me, and I was like, "Oh, if you could sum myself and Stephen and Danielle up in 3 words, like what would you say?" And you were like, "Oh, Danielle is so demonstrative and loving and loyal, and oh, Stephen's such a hard worker and such a devoted family member, and so I don't know, whatever you would have said, just intelligent." And you were like, "And you are very brutal." The first thing you said.
I
Everyone else
said
got
another
these.
couple of things besides
Yeah,
that.
who
Sweetheart.
remembers?
They're
Who could
brutal.
say?
And it
All I
probably
remember
was
is
brutal. She made it 2 words.
yeah, she did. And she's like, "Oh, you're very loving. You're very connected to your community. It's very important to you. You're so brutal." I looked at Dad. I'm like, ah, bless.
Dad was probably like, so is your mother. You get that from your mother.
I know. I love that you're like, you've learned that from your father. I'm like, okay, I'll call you later, Danielle. So,
Think about that later.
you know how to say no. I'm like, you must get that from Dad. I could never.
Such a yes person.
Yeah.
What?
When?
Like, did you feel
Yeah.
that earth shake? What?
Yes.
Just
You're a yes
such,
person
like,
when you want to
I've
do it.
really learned how to not be a yes person. Testing. 1, 2, 3. What?
I love you, girls.
You should get Jonah Chrissy on this.
I know.
Mom's
Tell us
like
more
2 of
about
Mom's best
Mom and
friends.
how she just can't put up boundaries.
You should interview the two of them. They'd love it. And
Sure.
Mary.
I know, and Emery.
And Emery, Ruby. Get to 5 of them on.
Ruby.
Really,
Oh,
truly, though,
Mom.
and I think I've said this before, like, when we lost Dad, I was like, wow, we really thought Mom softened Dad. Like, for whoever's listening, like, if you knew our father, like, you understand this. Like, it's like, if you know, you know. But, like, we really thought you softened Dad, but holy Jesus. Like, I don't know how. I don't know how he put up with you for so like he softened you
Shock.
so much. I was like, getting to know you and that Dad, and I've said this to you, is just it's a gift. Now listen, I wish Dad was here, but getting to know you and that Dad,
I know.
Every time I'm in
I
life,
have so many questions for Dad now in the afterlife. I'm gonna be like,
and like in
"You
bed
got
at
a
night,
year?"
like in bed at night, going, "Dear Dad, today, Mom, blah blah blah." How, Dad? How? Or
Oh,
dear
I do
Dad.
remember having lunch with him one time, and I said, "When's the last time you got mad at Mom?" He's like, "Mad at your mother?" No, I don't. I was like, "Oh, Dad, you've been together, I don't know, 40 years. Like, yeah, she doesn't make you mad." And he was like, "You've met your mother, right? There's nothing you can accomplish by getting mad at her. I just, you know what, Nadine? I let it go. It's just peaceful when you let it go." I was like, and I thought he was lying. No.
No,
I
no.
remember that story. It's true.
Yeah.
Yo,
Anyway.
Mom, God love you. Loves you.
I know we're very lucky. Thanks, Mom. Thanks for
Thanks, Mom and Dad.
yeah,
Yes,
creating
yes,
this.
yes, exactly.
And then we get to share with other people. I don't know if that's like anybody can learn about anything about parenting or being an adult kid other than, I guess, to sum it up would be give people space to live their own lives as a parent or as a kid, right?
Yeah.
On either side. I mean,
Yeah.
obviously as a little kid, you're very dependent on your parents, but
Mm.
when everyone gets to be adult years, like there's a real beauty that's created in a relationship when you do give each other freedom, whether that's your friend or your parent or your partner or whatever. Like giving people freedom gives you freedom because you don't have the responsibility for them.
Right.
But also, I guess you like create a world of reciprocal trust and support when and if needed, instead of like inserting yourself in. So
And it always comes down to being needed. We all
yeah.
need to feel need, and we all will need help in our lives. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I think it's
Well,
important to
thanks.
check in on one another, like especially when you actually think somebody in your life or your family has everything in order and everything is going fine and dandy. They got their shit together. Like they don't. Like still check in on
Yeah.
the
Check
strong
in.
ones, like the quote unquote strong ones, confident ones.
Yeah.
Check in.
Yeah.
Like because you just
Mhm.
never know what can come out of it. And at the end of the day, it could be a relationship, which is pretty freaking cool.
Yeah. Or
Absolutely.
like Mom said, on
So,
the way to Costco, call just for a laugh. Like it doesn't have to
This
be, if you don't live in the same city or province, or country, it doesn't have to be like setting aside an hour on this night. Cause sometimes that seems like you're tired, or if you're child rearing, you probably have to like do bath time, do all
yeah.
the stuff. It's
it's a
literally,
chore. Yeah. If you make it
yeah,
a
if
chore,
you,
it is a chore.
it is a chore. And I remember Steven used to always call you guys right on his way back and forth to work. And I don't go into an
Yeah.
office,
Yeah.
so, but like I will call on the way to the gym or on the way to a grocery shop, and I'll
Yeah.
say like I've got 7 minutes, and quite abruptly, since now everyone knows, I'll be like, gotta go, gotta
you're
take care of
direct.
myself.
Because you're
But take
direct.
care of myself.
You
Gotta
really know how
take
to
care of
take care of
this.
yourself, and you make sure everyone knows. Everyone around you knows what you need to take.
You can take
You,
care of
you,
yourself. You.
you're very direct in communicating how you need.
Yep.
Don't be asking me questions. God damn it.
God.
Direct.
All right. Off you go.
Off you go.
Love you.
Mwah.
Love you. Have a good day.
You too. You too. Mwah.